Okay.
So good morning or good night, depending on where you are, and welcome to another interview of the Shield on a Couch. I'm your host, Hector, and tonight I'm joined by Fern Alberts. She's the bassist for the band Deathgrave, and they're about to release their second LP soon in April. So we're here to talk about it. So first of all, Fern, welcome to the interview. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having us, or me.
Yeah. So yeah, I was watching on YouTube. First of all, I was watching a performance you guys did in a club sometime a few years ago, and it's really you have really intense live shows.
Yeah, it seems like uh previous to this record, like we're most known for our live shows. I'm hoping this record turns it around where it's like also a nice, like listening in your home kind of band too, or maybe like maybe not nice, but as extreme as well.
Well, it's great for workout, a great workout, like
Right.
intense workout, like a 20-minute hit workout because you write a lot like it's you guys are a grindcore metal band and you guys write a lot of like intense short burst of energy because most songs are like a 2 minute. I think the
Yeah.
longest would be like near 3 minutes, but they're almost all like a 2.5 minute mark. uh for you guys and you as a bassist, how like is it harder to write like all these riffs in 2 minutes and have short songs, or would you like think of doing longer songs in the future?
Well, so this record does have some longer songs. I think maybe up to 3.5 minutes or something like
Yeah,
that.
that's
But
longer. Yeah.
yeah. um, but it is. It's like there's a lot of riffs in each song, and we just kind of go for it and play them, and then it's like then we're like, okay, we're done with that. Like it's just. I mean, I don't. None of us have short attention spans. All of us are readers. We can watch 2-hour films, no problem. But there's something about this band in particular where we're like, okay, that was too long. Like, like it just needed to be a little shorter. So we definitely shorten things sometimes. But in the future, well, in the present, the songs are already longer. So maybe in the future they'll get even longer.
Yeah, and I was watching the video for the single "Your Rulers Are Here." That's
Mm-hmm.
that's a lot of production for a video that's not that long. Like,
I know.
who came up with the concept of the video?
Well, it was based off the lyrics. So, I made a post like, "Hey, we're looking for animators," and then Douglas lawyer hit us up, and he's like, "I want to do it," and eventually he was like, "I want to do a production," and so I sent him the lyrics to the songs, and he was like gravitated towards that. He's like, "Oh, I want to make these monsters. This is what I want to do," because he was working with latex, and he was inspired by the lyrics, and it went far beyond anything any of us was expecting in terms of production. Like he showed up with like a crew that like knew what they were doing and had like the cameras with the cameras where you watch it and then the things to focus the camera, and he spent hours, making all the monsters and thinking about the shots. I was very impressed.
Oh yeah, I too. I'm gonna post the link somewhere so people can watch the music video because it's really cool. It's like a Return of the Body Snatchers, if you will, type of thing. Like,
Totally.
yeah, it's set up in a bar. So the video for first we have the guy who's like throwing off like the garbage, I think, and the aliens there, and he grabs a hold of him, and then he goes into the bar and basically infects everyone in the bar. And you guys are in the bar
Yep.
too.
Yeah. Yeah, and we did that at a local bar that we used to play at. It's just hard to play there now, but yeah, a bar that like everyone frequents and knows, and the bar was so nice, and they're like just let us have full reign for the day, and it was great.
Yeah, of course. That's a promotion. They can even post. We were in a they used it as a music video.
True.
So yeah,
I
so
hope
the yeah Sorry, can you repeat? What?
Oh, I said I hope it promotes them.
Yes, of course. Yeah, it looked like a fun place to be. So the lyrics for your rulers are here are pretty interesting. Who in the band, is it a group effort when you write lyrics?
It's mostly Andre, our vocalist. He did all of those lyrics. And there's a couple collaborations though. We come up with some ideas together, like we riff on things like the Tony's Deli song, which hasn't been released yet, is about a joke we had about Anthony Kiedis. And then some of the like Aunt Baby, Andre and I wrote together, but most of it is Andre doing like all the
Oh,
work on the
I,
vocal.
I did listen to the album because I got the promo. And yeah, so
Oh,
what's the
good.
song that it's about Anthony Kiedis?
Tony's Deli.
Oh, I wonder what the joke is about. Can you tell us a little bit about the joke? Is that
How much am I supposed to reveal? Let's see. It's basically, I don't know if you've ever seen that film Delicatessen. I think of it like that, where there's this crazy butcher that's like butchering people and serving it to people.
Mhm.
And Anthony Kiedis is kind of like that, doing that in that song. So he's serving up human charcuterie and things like that. um,
Yeah.
but yeah, the very last line of the song is, by the way, the owner is Anthony fucking Kiedis. So that's funny.
Yeah, well, he's from California, so go like, and that's a band that they always like you can pick any song from them, and how much do they mention California? I'm like, we get it, you're from California,
Yeah.
like move on. So yeah, and
Yeah.
you just released another single on all fours a few days
Yeah.
ago. Uh, what's that song about?
That song is about a human dog. So it's about this couple that takes their human dog to the beach and lets it frolic around at night. And, pees on it, and it's very S&M. It's based off this book that Andre saw at a sex shop that was like how to train a human dog.
Mike, Andrew has have to have a very interesting mind.
Yes, he does.
Yeah,
He's
because
definitely, we all do. We all have a dark deviant side, for sure. But
yeah, but I think
we're
something
also,
that you can take away from the band, even though it's like super, like hardcore, grindcore, like aggressive, there's some tongue-in-cheek and humor in your lyrics as well.
oh yeah.
Yeah, like you don't
Yeah,
take
we're
yourself too seriously.
no, we're having fun. We're like there's times when like we're playing live and Andre says a line and we just look at each other, we start cracking up because it's like so funny.
Yeah, I think that's important because I think a lot of people associate like metal with being all like depressive and hard. And no, like even a band like you is it's tongue in cheek, it's fun. And you, when I
Mhm.
was watching the YouTube videos of you guys playing, you guys seem to be having a blast. So that's you had all smiles on your face, and you're not Bon Jovi. So see, because you
Definitely not.
yeah, because there was a time that people were like, oh, metal can't smile and but yeah, you're all smiling in the videos and having fun with it.
Yeah, I mean, we metal like does touch on like a dark, extreme part of humanity that's
Yeah.
like that's for real. Like we are all sad and depressed. Like this world is not very nice, and
No.
it's so metal like that's part of that extremeness of the music. In the grind, the way the songs get so aggressive and they're short, and we're just pissed. Like we are pissed, but it is an outlet to get out that anger and touch on the elements of death and like human dogs and like the fact that Anthony Kiedis exists and things like that in the world, and then find joy among
Yeah.
comrades with that.
I actually read Anthony Kiedis' book and
Really? Oh yeah, was that one called
Scar Tissue.
yeah, Scar Tissue?
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
can tell you, he's not a nice human being.
he's not. No.
No, he's not.
No, that's why we make fun of him.
Yeah, no, no, no. Like there's a lot of like, wow, like there's a lot of like fucked up shit that he did, and yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we were, metal, and it's a way to get that aggression out, and it's a healthy way, like basically, there's so many bad things happening, like the school shootings that have been happening this year
Yeah.
alone, like I think it's at 128, uh, like in a year, and we're only in March, so I think it's something that's tragic, but people focus on the wrong things to blame. But yeah, I think when you find like
Oh
music
yeah,
like
like
that,
trans people.
exactly, like blaming trans people or blaming everything except doing some gun control.
The things that have been proven to work.
Oh yeah, and people complaining that about the David statue in Florida. It's stupid. It's so when because I'm telling, because metal has been looked upon like so negatively throughout the years, like it's been the scapegoat for so many things, but I think it's actually an outlet for people.
I think so too. It's especially the community here in the Bay Area. It's like most of the people are just so kind and smart and like funny and talented. And there's just like it's like a coming together, and it's like people who are aware of, one, the fact that we're gonna die, two, shit is hella fucked up, and three, the way you create joy is, it's not coming from the government. It's probably, maybe not coming even from your families. So we create a community, that touches on those elements and, finds joy among each other.
Yeah, exactly. And you can tell that you put your heart and soul into the record. It's a very enjoyable grindcore record. And
Well, thanks.
so this is your second album. I know you had some demos before, and this is also your first album with a new drummer. So how did adding the new drummer change a little bit of the sound of the upcoming record?
And adding Clint was like a blessing. Like I didn't realize. I mean, it made me just like, he's like such a cool level of drummer. Like, and he's just open hand and just, this is his first grind band. He's like, this is weird. I'm in my 30s and in my first grind band. But it made us able to step up the weirdness and the intensity, because he can do all the different time signatures and like make it sound like 4/4, but it's like different time signatures, and it's just jumping around a lot, but keeping it sounding smooth and grindy. And it allows us tons of freedom. I mean, personally for me, he made it like as a basis, like the rhythm section is like tight. Like I love it. Like I want to go to practice. I practice on my own. I'm excited for the music, and Clint brought that for me, and I think for everyone else too. He's our friend. Yeah, like it's like it was a added benefit for sure.
So what would you say, like different, like the progression from your first record to this one? Like, what do you think is the major change beside the new drummer?
Um, well, definitely we had more freedom in terms of like weirdness, like being able to do do weirder parts. Matt was great. He was like our old drummer. He was great. But basically, he just wanted to go fast, and which is awesome. Like Clint's down to go fast too. But Clint's down to do weird experimental parts, which is great. And he's also like a metronome. Like we could put a click track down, and he can just like so it's really easy to track to him as well. And it's great.
So yeah, that's awesome, and I want to show the artwork for the upcoming album. It's Only Midnight. It's great artwork. Who worked on this?
This is our friend Max Rain. He does most of our art. Look at that. It's so crazy. And there's
It
even a
is.
Tony's Deli. There's a Tony's Deli down at the bottom left if you look there.
Oh, there's so
But
much detail.
yeah, it's crazy. He was doing like a little bit of mushrooms every day, painting. It's so great. Max is insanely talented. Him and Andre grew up together, like probably not in elementary school, but they were like teenagers coming up together. Andre's also a really good artist. He's just not as he didn't focus on it. But this is Max. So this the idea for It's Only Midnight was, I don't know if I'm jumping ahead on any of your questions with this, but was this idea that, well, first it started with like, it's only midnight, we could just keep going, it's barely any time, we could still party. But for this, we're talking about it's only midnight, and there's like a fracturing in time space, which is what's going on with a lot of the blue elements here in the art, is that there's a fracture, there's this otherworldly monster coming in, and there's this fracture in like space-time reality coming through, and it's like midnight kind of continuously or not at all because time is being fractured.
No, yeah, it's a great album cover. And yeah, I just noticed the Tony's Deli. There's so many details in here, and it's so good when bands can still, in this digital age that not a lot of people get, sadly, that records that you did an awesome cover, because sometimes to me, the cover says a lot. There's obviously, you see that cover and you can tell, yeah, this record's going to be really, really fast and pummeling. But yeah, I like the like how it shows like the monster is entering the realm, and
Yeah.
so yeah, it's really cool. So like, are you any of you guys like fan of comic books in the band and other stuff?
Yeah, all of us. Andre in particular, Andre is very, very well read in the graphic novels and comic books. I dabble in it, but we all love visual art. And Clint and Andre are both really good artists, especially Clint, our drummer. He's an incredible illustrator too. So we love art. We pay our artists. We appreciate art. We don't just steal art. Like we it's a very important component of Deathgrave is the visual artists that we have the privilege to work with.
Yeah, no, I think that when you the visual part is very good, especially like when you have such descriptive lyrics, like doing a video for the one that you did. It's just great that you could visualize the monsters because they're in the music video. So yeah, I think it's a great part. So for you growing up, Fern, like who inspired you to become a musician?
Whew. Um, to become a musician. I mean, going to shows was probably very inspiring. And then I moved into the middle of nowhere, into the woods, and we didn't have TV or like radio. This is like when I was 18, I went to college in Quincy, California, which is in the Sierras. And but my partner, he had a guitar, and so I just started playing it, and like I was like, this is cool. I was always into music. Like I was making mixtapes for everything or splicing stuff together, but I never had the opportunity to play an instrument aside from flute briefly. But to get into bands, I mean, it was probably the shows I was seeing at Gilman in high school. Like at Gilman Street is this all ages venue in California, in Berkeley. Here, sorry, I'm shaking his.
Yeah, I
And
think I've heard of it because of an old Green Day song.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, they actually,
Yeah,
yeah, Green
when they
Day's
were
very
punk.
tied to that spot. Yeah, totally. And they still support that spot. But yeah, I remember the first time I went to a show there, it was Neurosis, Plaid Retina, and Steel Pole Bathtub. And I was like
Wow.
16 or 17. And like, I was just like, this is so cool. This is so cool. and then like I went outside and barfed. Like I was sober, but barfed. It was like this purging, like because I just experienced like something that like felt real, like I was like, this is it. This is like all this other contrived stuff that I'm seeing and experiencing in the world does not compare to the legitimacy of like raw live music, and the intensity of a lived shared experience it brings.
No.
So that's
You know
probably
a show was good when you barf at the end.
yeah.
And
Yeah, it's not because you're messed up or anything.
just so good that you had to get it out.
Yeah. The only other time I did that was The Residents. I was like, this is really cool. This is really cool.
So yeah, I've heard of like musicians when they're about to play like this. Like I think Slipknot, they always puke before going on stage. I think it's the nerves, right?
I never do that.
Thank God. Ah,
Yeah, I'm not really a puker person, but like for some reason that those shows did it to me. It's kind of like taking, I don't know if you ever taken mushrooms or something and like you vomit because you like you're like gonna have a
yeah,
new experience.
yeah. People watching this will be like, "How did we get to vomit?" Like, hey,
Sorry.
it's a topic. It's grindcore. It can be in there. But yeah, like
Everybody does it. Everybody vomits.
oh my God. I was sick this weekend. I had food
Oh,
poisoning and I was vomiting the whole night. So yeah,
yeah,
it wasn't fun. But
no, that's terrible.
sometimes it happens to the best of us. So yeah, so you're getting ready to promote It's Only Midnight now. Are you guys planning some shows for the album release?
Yeah, we have a show in San Jose, California, and we worked really hard to make it all ages. It's kind of like a venue desert in a lot of ways. Like there's not enough venues, especially all ages venues. So we have an
Mhm.
all ages show April 15th in San Jose, which is going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna
Um,
be you're releasing the album on April 14th. So it's gonna be
yeah,
like the day after the Saturday.
yeah, it's gonna be great. And then we're doing a short tour, or it's like 10 days or 9 days with Necra and Mortiferum in May. And then we're doing a Northwest run so that will be up until Portland and Washington and Vancouver, Canada. And we're gonna do that in July.
Nice. Yeah, sounds like fun, and I'm betting the show is going to be cool. So it's gonna be like an album release party. So if people want to get the record there, you'll have it. But
Yeah.
obviously, you guys, people can pre-order. I'll put the link. I think you're gonna have different variants in vinyl
Oh,
as well, correct?
yeah, there's 3 different variants. I think I'm not sure what you can pre-order. There might be just 2, which are all of them look so good. So whatever you get is gonna be good.
Oh yeah, right now the variants like they come up with sometimes they're crazy with all the colors that
Yeah.
one can have in one of like there's so much, so there's no excuse for that. So Fern, growing up for you, we talked about what inspired you, the shows, like what are your like free go-to albums when you like
Mm.
need to like shut off your brain, like the free records that get you by.
To shut off my brain
No, just
or
to like
to okay.
like the
Okay.
records when you had a shitty day and you just
Mm.
you don't want to talk to no
Okay.
one, you just want to listen to music.
Um, Probably Painkiller by Judas Priest. Um, what else? Man Machine by Kraftwerk. Um, oof, so hard. I'm gonna go with
Yes.
like uh oh gosh. um Probably like a BOC record. like or some classic or Sabbath, like some classic rock. I'm always down for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it's not easy to pick. So yeah, people, Deathgrave second album, It's Only Midnight, is coming out on April 14th. If you like grindcore, you'll dig this. Plus the videos that are online, pretty cool. So you can get into the band. Anything you would like to say to the people who are watching this before we go?
No, but thank you, Hector, and I hope everything's going well over there in Puerto Rico.
Yeah. So people support the new album by Deathgrave. I'm gonna put the link so people can see it and can pre-order it. So Fern, again, thank you for taking some time to talk with me today, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. So until
Same.
next time, people, this is Hector, the Shield on a Couch, and I'll see you right here on the couch. Thank you and good night.